So today is kind of like a life update, life check-in. What I've been doing and what's going to be changing as I've been gone lately and as I'm going to be coming back now. So first off, let's talk about the show, this podcast right now, this Nuggets Wisdom. Nuggets Wisdom with Holden Handley. So I've been gone for like 3 months, okay? The plan is to be back for this summer, all summer, every week ideally is the plan, and to just keep it up. And also, I would like to do clips, kind of reels and shorts, maybe other posts on different platforms of little bits of the show, just to get word out. Just because why not? And it's kind of cool, you know what I mean? I like the show, and I feel like it is cool to get and word out. And also, I don't know if you saw, but I tested a live stream on my YouTube channel here a few weeks ago, and I want to have that be a thing I do. Maybe live on Twitch, I don't know, but live on YouTube would be cool. Maybe before episodes, as kind of a pre-show type of thing, or something like that to have like a longer episode to talk. Just because why not? And or do live episodes. I don't care. Or do live just vlogs or something like this. What I got for notes here is I quit a 1,040 day plus streak on Duolingo and a year plus streak on Calm. Focusing my daily app streaks solely on Hallow now. The Hallow app, it's much better. I had always kind of secretly known that it was annoying, that I should stop, but I tricked myself into thinking that it was worth it. They hook you in, right? Like, I'm learning Spanish with Duolingo. But yeah, sure I was, and I think I kind of got a little rustier not doing it. But, you know what I mean? It's just another stressor in my life I don't need to have every day. Same with Calm. Am I actually being calm if every day at like 11 p.m. I'm like, ah, shoot, I didn't do my streak. Then I get kind of stressed out, like I didn't do it. That's not being calm. Being calm is like going for a walk and not on my iPad or my phone doing the streak. So it's kind of a little bit, it just didn't make sense to me. So those two I got rid of, but Hallow, I've still been doing. There's a kind of a Wordle on there. It's called The Word. There's also a daily trivia I do on there. There's also just the daily prayer streak. So there's 3 streaks within that one app, and then also the New York Times Wordle I do too. Just because why not? That's fun. I've also been unsubscribing from emailers in Gmail. They were causing stress, clutter, and a buildup. You know what I mean? My email inbox just full of that stuff. It's like I don't need to have this stuff. There's like different newsletters and stuff like this. I didn't need that. Also, this past winter, I snowmobiled a lot, like mad. Probably 4 to 5 times per week, if not more. Like probably some weeks even 5 or 6 or even 7. Actually, wouldn't be surprised if I did some 7 day weeks. And that took a lot of my time with my brother, my dad, my cousins, and even a lot of times myself as well. This year alone, I put 500 plus. I think I added it up and I did something like, I feel like I had to have been close to 1,000. I think it was like 700 miles on my 2021 Polaris 550 Indy Evo electric start snowmobile. That's crazy, man. All of that was done basically right in my backyard here in southern Maine, too. That's awesome. When we get enough snow to ride out of my backyard here in southern Maine, that's awesome. Some winters, past winters, we haven't been able to do that as much. You know what I mean? All of that was basically done right here, right? I love riding groomed flat trails so much. I just really wish I could right now. I posted a little episode, a little bonus video of just kind of a short clip of my ride from this past winter. Like missing winter already. Of course I am. Dude, I did it so much that I'm kind of feeling a little bit like an addict getting off of their addiction. You know what I mean? Type of thing. Like I just really wanna. I was actually kind of addicted to riding my snowmobile, and now I kind of just gotta let it go and move on. But I'm excited to go back to it this winter because I've got a lot of plans and fun things in store. I'm involved with my club's snowmobile club, my town, which is pretty cool. I go to their meetings and I help out with trail work if I can. I think next winter I'm gonna help with some grooming, which is awesome. I actually got my own I made my own groomer this past winter with my other snowmobile. It's a pallet. I just kind of dragged along and I kind of made some cool kind of flat trails. Nothing crazy, but it was kind of fun to do. I enjoy that stuff a lot. I was outside, it was cold. I like the cold so much more than it's warm now in Maine, and it's starting to get kind of the muggy, annoying time of year for me. If I were to choose a season, it would definitely be winter because I just love snow. I love it so much. Being involved is also a cool thing to volunteer for something that you actually care about. I also visit my grandmother a lot via snowmobile. It is always fun to give her company and kind of talk to her and be around her. Bring her some firewood. Whenever I see her, I bring her firewood from her downstairs garage to the upstairs garage. And also I grab her mail because her mailbox is pretty far out. She has a pretty big front lawn. I went down and grab it and bring it up for her because why not? Because when you're elderly, you kind of don't want to slip on the ice. That would be kind of bad for your bones. You could break your bones because your bones get more fragile. So if I can help her out, it makes me feel good. And I'm sure she appreciates it tremendously. I also watched a lot of my sister's basketball games this past winter and other playoff games live on TV with the family. And it's always a winter vacation highlight in February. Every February is what we do. I just love sitting by the fire late at night, relaxing with my iPad or eating dinner, watching the TV, talking with family, or just sitting to chill, like doing nothing, just sitting there with my eyes shut because it's been a long day. It's a moment that I cherish every single time that it comes because I don't know when that could be the last time it happens. Anything can happen. You never know. And I just, because, you know what I mean, after a long day, you kind of need to chill out. And that's why I do it in the winter, the fireplace. And again, I think I've said it before too, I just like the feeling of fire. It just reminds me of just earth and its beauty. I don't know why. And it's also warm. When you're cold, you get warm by the fire. That's also helpful. Also making s'mores. I made a lot of s'mores on the fire this past winter. And that is also a fun thing to do because I really enjoy s'mores. Fresh ones as well on the fire. I feel like I'm starting to finally get back on track with everything I do in my life. School, hobbies and interests, responsibilities, commitments, obligations, and the like. And I say kind of, though, because I was off track for a while, and now as we come to the end of the school year and we come to summer, a sort of transition is happening. Instead of focusing on school and running and this type of stuff, I'll be focusing on my YouTube channel this summer, ideally. It's a big focus for my summer, and also some other kind of interests and commitments, and being outside more, and more volunteering, and more kind of working, I'd say, this summer. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm getting on track here, getting on top of things, just to kind of change things up again for this summer. Seasons change. And on the thing of seasons change, I've also very recently, I feel like I've missed the change. Winter to spring to summer. The spring to summer, I feel like I totally missed the changing of the leaves and the lawn to being green. I didn't spend enough time outside to actually fully embrace it and live the change of seasons. I feel like it just kind of went past me, and I'm too busy in life to actually understand it, because I haven't been outside a lot lately, which I want to get outside more. As it's getting warmer, it's not ideal, but that's kind of how it's going to be. Some nights I actually went to bed at 1 a.m. and have to wake up only a few hours later at 6 a.m. Due to this, being overtiredness and more hungry, I got more hungry, I got more procrastination worthy, less productive, and got more and more behind as time went on. I just really want to get back on top and on track of things again this year. It would be so cool and good and fun, and actually it's starting to happen now. My main goal for this year, as I've said a lot, again, is to get more sleep. Good sleep. 8+ hours ideally. The more rest would play an important role in staying on track with homework, school, grades, my own hobbies and interests, and my overall emotions to be a more positive and productive person. This is a big deal because I noticed I felt very drained and more easily irritated lately, which leads to myself getting mad, frustrated, angry at and with myself. I'll get more sleep tomorrow night. Blah, blah, blah. That's what I say. But will I really? Because when it's easy, it's when I have nothing going on. Like this weekend. I've got two 8 hours of sleep. But guess what? I didn't have to wake up at 6 a.m. So I was able to use my day to sleep in until 9 a.m. My summer plan is to focus more on a bunch of stuff. Time with family and volunteering, and also going to mass, holy mass more, and author serving, stuff like that, as well as odd jobs and running. Ideally, the plan is to do some long, slow runs to get ready for the fall and cross country. Also, I want to watch Ted Lasso. I don't know if any of you have watched Ted Lasso on Apple TV Plus, but I want to. I've heard it's a very good show, and I think I would like it. Listen to and read more books. So, Project Hail Mary, that book, audiobook I listened to, I really enjoyed. I'm partly through The Martian. The Martian I want to focus on and listen to this summer, and do some other audible books, but also read some other ones. Right now I'm in the middle of Twice, a novel by Mitch Albom, and another school one, which is called To Kill a Mockingbird. But yeah, so I'm just excited for this, you know what I mean? To be more talkative, to talk to people, and be more open with everything I do. This podcast being an open journal entries podcast is to be raw and dialogue focused. So thanks for being here in this summer, and as we move on, I want to just be more on top of my life And that will stem from the ultimate bottom focus of more sleep, which can lead out to everything else. So join me in this life which needs more rest, because the world doesn't want that, but we can all slow down and we can all rest, even though the world doesn't necessarily agree. So let's do that, and let's have a good summer, a good week, and a good day. I'll see you next week.